to stream. Yay. Let's see if we're good, if we're live. Yes, we are live. Yay! Now we wait. That says live chat. Good. Okay. Hello! Hi. Hello. Hi. Hello. Starting the questions a little bit early, aren't we? How's it going? Alright. It's quiet. I'm a little bit tired. Still kind of exhausted from the holidays. I'm doing alright. Christmas was fine. It was pretty typical for me. I have not seen Moana 2. And I won't be doing that until it comes out on, like, DVD. The DCAU will not be on CN Real. It's, acquired programming. I got a lot of plans for 2025, at least. I saw The Polar Express this year. And no, I haven't seen Wicked. I have not seen the Sonic movies. Hello. Hello, Maddie. I have not seen the Pharrell movie. I'll probably do that when it comes out on video, too, though. It seems interesting. Do you think you'll do a season 2 of CN Real? If it works. Like, if people actually like it. I don't think I can review One Piece. It's over 1,000 episodes. I don't have time. Can you show your face? I did it in the last video. Are you still in the SpongeBob? Sometimes. CN Real will be out the day after Halloween. That's the plan. I have not heard of that, Dr. Theo. Thank you for the donation. I am not into Godzilla, no. Thank you for the double donation. I have not seen it. No, I gotta keep focused on what I'm working on. After CN Real, would you consider doing a review of the Disney shows? Maybe. I mean, I'd just review everything if I could. Do you do Adult Swim? No. I am drinking water. I'm a little bit physically exhausted right now, if you could tell, but we have to get back to work eventually. That's how it works. Thank you. Yes, I have watched all of Madoka Magica. The next big review is probably going to be Boss Baby 2, but that requires on the voice actors. I'll be talking to them later today, and we're going to be getting things together. Why are you depressed in the winter? Scientists theorize that seasonal affective disorder is caused by the lack of sunlight. Although I'm not entirely sure of that myself. Thanks. I'm glad there's been some mixed reactions to the episode 200, as I knew there would be. I like it, and I'm glad that some people really, really do like it. If you're wondering, the new characters aren't going to be in like every review ever. They're going to be in Boss Baby 2 because it's fairly similar to the Boss Baby 1 review. But I don't make huge fundamental changes to what I'm doing like that in general. They'll pop in occasionally, and each of the characters has their usage, you know, like Al or the old man. My favorite animal is the chameleon. I wouldn't say Boss Baby 2 review is delayed. The voice actors had holiday stuff too. You know, everyone takes a break during Christmas. What is your definition of acquired programming for a network? I used a wiki. That's my definition. Will you review My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Season 5 and onwards? I'm actually... One of the things that I want to do, maybe not in 2025, but maybe in 2026, is a big every episode review of Friendship is Magic to just put it to bed. Steven Universe has been mostly good. It's got some problems, and I remember having problems with it when I watched it originally. Those problems still haven't gone. It's got some really good moments. It's definitely an ambitious show. Do you still hate Camp Lazlo? Yes. Like, I had to stop watching Camp Lazlo because it was just pissing me off so much. Yeah, I heard that all of the CN games have been delisted. And I'm not sure why, but I'm so glad that I got the Samurai Jack episode before then. Any future plans for the gaming channel? Yes, it's just finding time to actually do things on that. I haven't watched DC Superhero Girls in like 4 years now. I have to finish Camp Lazlo eventually. I'm just procrastinating on it. What problems does Camp Lazlo have? Okay, take every bad, exaggerated thing that you've heard about SpongeBob. You know, everything people don't like about SpongeBob. That's the entire show. That is all that Camp Lazlo is. It's literally just a bad version of SpongeBob. I'm gonna be harsh. I prefer Coconut Fred to Camp Lazlo. It is that tedious. I don't know yet. I'm gonna find out. I don't know what the worst episode is yet. I'm gonna find out. Review of Smiling Friends. I don't know if that's my wheelhouse. I haven't actually seen Camp Coral, so I can't make that comparison. I gotta have some unpopular opinions. I don't like A Bug's Life, and I don't like Camp Lazlo. Why did you say you like Camp Lazlo the best? Because I watched it when I was a kid. And when I was a kid, I thought it was fine. I watched it again recently for this marathon thing. I'm not liking it at all. You should play actual SpongeBob games instead. I might play that terrible PS1 SpongeBob game at some point. It sounds like something that people would like. Pet Sitter... I made a list of my least favorite videos in 2023. I haven't gotten to Sheep in the Big City yet. TMNT Mutant Mayhem was underwhelming. I haven't seen that. I can't judge. Yeah, most of the Cartoon Network shows do have... Most cartoons have at least one video game based on them. Least favorite Dexter's Lab episode. The chickenpox one. The chickenpox episode of Dexter's Lab made me want to die. Have you watched any PBS Kids shows recently? Not recently, no. My favorite Dexter's Lab episode is probably The Muffin King. What are you drinking? I am drinking water. Will you do the CN movies? If they're relevant, I'll mention them. Like the Powerpuff Girls review, I'm probably going to be mentioning the movie. They're not going to be full reviews of the movies. Like, I know the movie for Courage the Cowardly Dog is important to that series. I'm still going to have to figure out how to make that review different from the last review on Courage I did. Hello. Thoughts on Steven Universe so far? I like it, but it's complicated. It is going to be one of the most complicated reviews of all of them. Thank you for the donation. Why didn't you acknowledge that Toy Story 4 was nominated for Academy Award for Best Animated Feature and won? I didn't think it was particularly relevant. Thoughts on Johnny Bravo? Johnny Bravo is interesting. Do you own a fedora hat like your avatar does? No, I only have two hats. One is a baseball cap and one is a weird St. Patrick's Day cap that I bought in 2020. I have not seen Land of the Lustrous, no. Do you like Pokemon? Yes, I like Pokemon. And yes, I am definitely looking forward to Elio. Pixar productions that aren't sequels are at least almost universally interesting. My favorite Pokemon is still Whimsicott. None has dethroned it yet. Have you gotten to the Secret Saturdays? No. After I'm done with Steven Universe, I'm just going to be hitting all of the Ben 10 series back to back to back. That's next on my list. So Steven Universe Future, which gets its own review, and then like 6 Ben 10 series. Well, surprised that you've seen the Sailor Moon Ara movie. A little bit of a secret. I asked around for that. What are your thoughts on Home? Home is going to be a movie that I'm going to review in 2025. How far are you into Steven Universe? I'm in season 3. And I hope to finish it by the end of the year, the next 3 days. It's probably what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the week. The original PPG and PPG 2016 are separate reviews. And every version of Ben 10 is going to get its own separate review. Let's see if I can name them off the top of my head. Let's see. There's the original, that's 2005. There's 2017. Thank you for the donation, Maddie. Alrighty. Any shows besides the one you're doing for CN Real that you were going to watch review? I said that I was going... Glenn Martin is going to be in 2025. I threw it up as a suggestion for thanking people for helping with the dentist stuff. And people seem to really connect with that off-the-wall suggestion, so let's do it. That's about 40 episode. And the other series that I just want to tackle for the fun of it is Neo Yokio. That's a review that I wanted to do a bajillion years ago. It's probably not relevant anymore, but it's only 6 episodes. It's like reviewing a movie. Yes. CN Real should start the day after Halloween. I'm going to be focusing to hell and high water on that. Because 2025, hopefully, I don't have to deal with any stupid drama. My favorite Don Bluth movie is The Secret of NIMH. American Dragon or Jake Long? Which do you prefer? That's the same show. Do you mean Juniper Lee? I am in season 3 of Steven Universe. Anything you don't like about Over the Garden Wall? I'll save that for the review. It's a little bit of a complicated one. I prefer Juniper Lee to American Dragon, actually. Do you like Socks from Lightyear? Socks from Lightyear is a complete non-entity to me. He didn't really make any impact, which I suppose is better than the typical comic relief making the movie unbearable. The worst episode I've seen. Are we talking in general, or are we talking for seeing real? I like the art style of Juniper Lee. Thank you, Martin. Least favorite thing about Steven Universe so far? I don't know if pacing is the right word, but its habit of putting world-ending scenarios on the back burner to deal with little episodic storylines. Like, you've probably heard about the two... You've definitely heard of the two most common complaints about Steven Universe. And I have to say that I do agree with them. The art can get a little bit wonky at times. And it has its weird habit of putting serious issues on the back burner to go and deal with the townspeople. Do you like that Mrs. Puff meme on your stream? Yeah. That's why it's there. Why is Mrs. Puff staring at me into my soul? She's seen some things, man. I've seen Inside Out too. It's pretty good. I've never seen the movie Heavy Metal. Oh yeah, Steven Universe isn't a perfect show, but I am definitely enjoying it for the most part. Would you do reviews on every PBS cartoon? Probably not. Favorite voice actor from Juniper Lee? That's a hard one. It's not exactly a question I look to answer. Thoughts on Balto? I've never seen that one either. Are you going to review the Madagascar movies? No, I remember them just being okay. Not really worth my time. My favorite Steven Universe character so far is Peridot. But I'm only halfway through. That could change. What do you think of Bolt? I like Bolt. Like, Bolt is a perfectly fine, serviceable movie, and I don't get why everyone hates Bolt. Are we going to do We Bare Bears for Seeing Real? Yes. The first one, not We Baby Bears, because it is still ongoing. What's the worst episode of Steven Universe? Any episode featuring Onion in depth. At least so far. Do you agree that Sonic... I have never played Sonic 3. Or watched Sonic 3. How many episodes of each CN Real show do you watch today? I don't make a specific thing of it. I just watch when I have a spare moment. I don't watch Ralph Bakshi's films. I respect him immensely, but he is just not my style. What do you think about Pearl and Rose so far in the show? From where I am, I don't think we've gotten into the heart and the soul of their development. Will you do a Disney marathon? If people really, really want me to. There's a few things I gotta do beforehand, though. I am on season 3 of Steven Universe. Not too far into season 3. Thoughts on the Mufasa movie? I'll probably review it when it comes out. How are your front teeth? They are fixed. What is the actual worst movie or show you've seen so far? Worst thing I've probably seen that's actually a thing is Problem Solvers. My favorite Tim Burton movie is Big Fish. Favorite Steven Universe song? So far, I'd have to choose between Full Disclosure or Greg's Comet song. Yeah, I've seen the Lord of the Rings trilogy. No, I don't like Planet Sheen. Save the Date is a horrendous Loud House episode. How would you find the Problem Solvers if it didn't have those seizure-inducing visuals and bright colors? It would still be the worst thing that I have ever covered on this channel. Problem Solvers has virtually no redeeming value. Every part of it is terrible. How bad was the episode School from Loud House? That is actually probably the worst one. How did you spend your Christmas? Thank you for the donation. I spent it quietly. When you live on the internet, the holidays are always the quietest days because everyone is doing something. Do you plan on reviewing more Loud House episodes? This year, I'm probably going to be focusing mostly on movies. Maybe if an episode is really interesting or really in-depth. Is Problem Solvers worse than Drawn Together and Ren Seeks Help? Yes. Next year will be the 20th anniversary of Avatar. Jeez. I'm getting too old. Favorite Dexter's episode from the revival seasons? I like the episode with the boy band virus because at least the song is catchy. How about Secret Mountain Fort Awesome? Haven't gotten there yet. It's probably not going to be very good. The worst Jimmy Neutron episode is probably its Christmas special. Do you still write poetry? A bit. I've been focusing more on fiction lately. Do you want a Spyro movie? I want a real Spyro 4 video game like they made the Crash 4. Have you seen 2023's Wonka film? No, I haven't. Favorite fast food restaurant? Probably Wendy's. Favorite Tom and Jerry movie? I'm not the biggest fan of Tom and Jerry in general. I have respect for it. It's just, once again, not my style. Favorite Scooby movie? Probably Zombie Island. Do you think The Loud House will get canceled? No, it has crossed the threshold. It's going to get new episodes and revivals for the rest of eternity. Like SpongeBob, like the Fairly Odd Parents, it is now in the camp that will never ever die. I have not played Bendy and the Ink Machine. And Instead of calling it Problem Solvers, you should call it The Migraine Show. I should call it total garbage. I have not seen the Loud House Spy movie. Best song from Lion King is the intro song from Lion King 2. He Lives in You. My favorite video game that I played this year. I did play RimWorld this year, not for the first time, but it's pretty high up there. Worst gem in Steven Universe? Probably Jasper. Let's see. Have you seen Cyber 6? I watched the first couple episodes, but I've never had a moment to just sit down and watch it beginning to end. Because Jasper is an asshole. I don't like Jasper. How cold is it where you are? It gets below 20 degrees Fahrenheit every night here. Looney Tunes is acquired programming. Jasper works fine as a villain so far. Thoughts on Raya the Last Dragon? That's the next review after Boss Baby 2. Jasper is a type of gemstone. It's a fine and applicable name for a character on Steven Universe. I'm probably going to be reviewing more stuff from the list of things I'll never review. I actually do want to review Food Fight sometime this year because since, I think it was 2016, 2015, whatever, we've actually gotten a bunch of new information about the production of the film, and it just seems like an interesting way of tackling it. Least favorite animated movie? Planes 2. Like, I probably will review both of the Planes movies sometime this year. But, Planes 2, like, the thing about Food Fight is it's hard to consider it a real film. But Planes 2, I find it the worst quote-unquote real animated movie that I've seen, which includes the Emoji Movie, Shark Tale, Chicken Little, Lightyear, all of that crap. It's been a while since I've seen it. I'll have to refresh my memory. But it is something that, like, genuinely ticked me off. My favorite Lego video game was the first Lego Island. What do you mean by real animated movie? By real animated movie, I mean, like, actually put together and constructed and, like, built for cinemas. Like, not like Joshua and the Promised Land. That might be an animated movie, but it's not a real animated movie, if you know what I mean. Favorite preschool cartoon that isn't Bluey is probably Dragon Tales. Is there a piece of cartoon lost media that intrigues you personally? Because it's relevant, I'm really interested about the Moxie show. And I hope it turns up someday. Yeah, Davy Jones, that is basically the premise of Planes 2. Norm of the North is cringe. The Emoji Movie is corporate. Planes 2 is... Like, I remember it actually being, like, a legitimately toxic film. What's your favorite and least favorite Disney sequels aside from Lion King or Hunchback 2? Mulan 2 is crap. I remember one of the Lilo and Stitch sequels being really good. Are you going to make a review of Planes? Probably. This is the Tucson theme from Earthbound. Why do you hate the Aristocats? The Aristocats is so boring. Best and worst Tartakovsky show. I don't think he has a bad show, but his best is probably still Samurai Jack. Yeah, I watched Transformers 1. It was alright. Will you review the Hey Arnold movie someday in the future? Maybe. The Hey Arnold movie is kind of, hard to make relevant, you know? My favorite Pixar movie is Soul. Favorite and least favorite CN show not included in the reel. I'm really disappointed that I can't include Code Lyoko. I think that would have been a really good one to throw in. Some people consider Cramp Twins a CN in-house, including like Cartoon Network's own YouTube channel. They threw it in a list of all their themes, but it's not in-house. Either way, it's still completely terrible. Favorite 2000s CN show besides Samurai Jack and or Teen Titans? The back half of Juniper Lee. My favorite Don Bluth film is Secret of NIMH. I mean, yeah, it might have been the UK Cartoon Network channel, but that doesn't suddenly make it in-house. Why don't they bring back Teen Titans? They did twice. One was so comedic that nobody liked it. The other one was so edgy that nobody liked it. I didn't say Planes is toxic. I said Planes 2 is toxic. By in-house, I mean the Cartoon Network equivalent of a Nicktoon, a traditional Nicktoon. Thank you for the donation, Emily Bennett. Like, for example, Teen Titans, Warner Bros. Made that. Cartoon Network Animation Studios did not make the original Teen Titans or Teen Titans Go. My favorite Nostalgia Critic review, I really, really remember liking the Master of Disguise review. Arthur is up there. I go back and forth on what the favorite preschool cartoon I like most is. Have you seen Cartoon All-Stars to the Rescue? A long, long time ago. Do you watch NC anymore? I pop in occasionally. Have you seen the Winnie the Pooh 1998 series? When I was a kid. Wasn't The Amazing World of Gumball not made by the CN Studios? That one is a little bit complicated. Like, some of them are really straightforward, some of them aren't. I don't understand, like, all of the rules. But from what I can understand, it is technically made by Cartoon Network Studios in Europe. So it counts. Yeah, Cartoon Network Studios Europe. That's in-house. I'm drinking out of a cup. Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue is probably still the worst theme song, yes. Best Amazing World of Gumball episode. In hindsight, I think The Heart is my favorite episode for comedic purposes. Do you like Billy and Mandy? Yeah, I like Billy and Mandy. The worst episode in general, like, it's gonna be really, really hard to beat the Dexter's Lab Chicken Scratch episode. It was a slog. It was abominable. And for some reason, they decided to put that short in front of the Powerpuff Girls movie. I don't know why you would do that. Amazing World of Gumball, I believe, is a French show. It's either French or Italian. What's worse, the first Hey Arnold movie or Sponge on the Run? Sponge on the Run, definitely. I don't know what Vida the Vet is. Okay, yeah. It's Gumball was made somewhere in Europe. That's what matters. That's what matters. It was made somewhere in Europe. What's worse, One Course Meal or Pet Sitter Pat? You'll have to find out by watching the top 10 worst SpongeBob episodes that I made in 2022. Okay, yes, Gumball is British. Okay. We've established that. Do you think Ralph deserves his own spin-off? Probably not. What makes Planes 2 toxic? I'll have to get back to you on that one. Code Lyoko is probably the best French cartoon. What was the show that had the biggest jump in quality between seasons? Amazing World of Gumball. Season 1, garbage. Never watching it again. Season 2, fantastic. What's your favorite Pokemon main series game? I like Fire Red and Leaf Green. Yes, I had a hard... Yeah, Season 1 of Gumball was not for me. What's an IP you wish was animated? Every Broadway musical that is not animated. Every single one of them. I've only seen Code Lyoko dubbed. The Gumball pilot was okay. You know, it's as good as a pilot is. Thank you for the donation. How are the character designs in Code Lyoko? They are unique. What is a cartoon that you think deserves a reboot? Juniper Lee, Glitch Tex. Favorite superhero cartoon of all time? Batman the Animated Series. Yes, I have seen the 2008 Gumball pilot. I am watching the pilots if they're available in public. I haven't watched Fanboy and Chum Chum since Nick Orama. And you are spamming. Boop, boop, boop. As are you. Thoughts on We Baby Bears? I haven't seen it, and I'm not going to be seeing it for this marathon because it's still ongoing, as far as I know. Yes, the creator of GlitchTex also made Fanboy and Chum Chum. How exactly did the Boss Baby change your life? Watch the review. The quote-unquote skits have the answer. I mean, it's not weird. People improve. That's generally how it works. People improve as they go on. Why is Al mean to you sometimes? 'Cause it's funny. Have you seen Cow and Chicken? Not yet for the marathon. What did you get for Christmas? Steam gift cards. Yay. What's a cartoon that you personally hate but everybody loves? It's starting to look like Camp Lazlo. My favorite Weird Al song is Skipper Dan. What order are you doing for CNReal? I'm watching them in whatever order I feel like. I'll be uploading them chronologically. What do you think of TMNT 2012? I liked it. What's wrong with Camp Lazlo? It is obnoxious and not funny. Why did you time out the guy? Because he kept asking the same question over and over and over again. If I don't answer a question like that yet, you gotta stop asking it. And Coco, every time someone says family is more important than anything, it reminds me of Seahorse Seashell Party from Family Guy. I remember, it's been a while since I've seen Coco, but I think it was more of an analysis of that. What does SpongeBob 2004 do better than Sponge on the Run? Literally everything. What's your opinion of the Pixar film Coco? I remember liking it. I just haven't seen it in forever. How's your Family Guy rewatch going? You mentioned it in your Bertram video. I haven't done it. I haven't rewatched any of it lately. What's your opinion on Encanto? I really love Encanto. I know that Camp Lazlo has the same writers, voice actors, and all of that from SpongeBob and Rocco. I did not see the Sandy movie now. What show are you currently watching for CNReal? I'm in the middle of Steven Universe. Incredibles or Ratatouille? Pick one. Ratatouille. Show or a movie that you like that everyone else dislikes? I was the only one who gave a semi-positive review to Luck. Everyone else seemed to really, really despise that movie. How many shows in CNReal are you finished? I haven't kept count. And things are moving fast. Why was Titan AE bad again? Okay, I saw that months ago, and considering the fact that I don't remember much about the movie already, does not bode good things for how interesting the film actually is. I remember it just being, like, really, really cliche. Why did you stop reviewing SpongeBob episodes? I still do them occasionally. Once in a while. It's just not every other review anymore. I have not seen SpongeBob Season 15. Never seen Spaceballs. What do you think will end first? The Simpsons, Family Guy, or SpongeBob? Of the three of them, I'd have to imagine that Family Guy would be the first to go. Like in 25. I think Truth or Square is worse than SpongeBob You're Fired. Because Truth or Square is longer. If It Smells Like an Ed was a fine episode. The only problem with it I had was the ending. There we go. I could take on spam easily. Can you tell us why Big Birthday Blowout is better than Truth or Square? Because it's a good episode. It's that simple sometimes. What's worse, Unbarfable or Chicken's Great? Oh, that's a tough one. If people like Totally Spies, it's free to come back. Like, I know some people like it for reasons. Everything is coming back, haven't you heard? Nothing is allowed to die anymore. Incredibles 2 is one of the 2 Pixar films I have yet to see. Yes, the fact that Mufasa movie lost to Sonic 3 means that the world is healing. Thank you for the donation. I haven't seen Mufasa. I have this rule where I don't intentionally see bad movies in theaters. What do you think of the special Whatever Happened to SpongeBob? I still don't like it. I don't know if my review of it holds up, but I still don't like it. The other Pixar movie that I haven't seen is Monsters University. Would a Lightning McQueen prequel movie be any good? No. It wouldn't. It's a miracle that Cars 3 was something of quality. And Cars 3 is okay. Like, it's a miracle that it is even that much, because you really can't get anything good out of the Cars franchise. Thank you for the donation, Michael. Interesting. Which is worse, Korra Season 1 or Samurai Jack Season 5? Korra Season 1. Samurai Jack Season 5 started out good. Thoughts on the Trolls movie? Trolls 1 is a movie for babies. Trolls 2 is surprisingly good. When do you hope to get the Boss Baby 2 review out? Sometime next month. What are your problems with Cars 1? It is visually boring as dirt. It is so long, so slow, so tedious. Pretty much all of the characters are unlikable. I haven't seen Trolls 3. Hello, Dashi. Trolls 1 has the meme. Yeah, Cars 1 takes place in the desert, which is not a very visually interesting location for Pixar films to take place in. Like Lightyear, it's technically animated well, they just chose a piss-poor location. There's plenty of rundown old towns that are in forests and beaches and not the desert. Thank you for the donation. Are there cartoons that you would say are aimed at teens and not kids or adults? Yeah, most shows that claim to be aimed at adults. Family Guy, South Park, those kind of shows. Rick and Morty. Those are shows aimed exclusively at teenagers. What is your go-to answer for an adult cartoon disguised as a kid's cartoon besides Ren and Stimpy? Rocko's Modern Life and Dexter's Laboratory. What character would you say had the best redemption arc? I'm going to say Chicken Little from Chicken Little. What do you think that Rick and Morty is bad nowadays? I think it jumps back and forth. What is so adult about Dexter's Laboratory? Oh boy, like half of the jokes, literally like half of the jokes are exclusively aimed at adults. Dad's trophy is just a tip of the iceberg. What's the one thing about Shark Tale that made you exhausted? Oscar? Why do we call them Hartman hips and not Tartakovsky hips? Alliteration, mostly. What's the worst film? We're gonna find out because I'm re-reviewing the Emoji Movie this year to ask the question everyone else seems to be asking. Is it really that bad? Which episode is worse, Little Yellow Book or Squid Baby? Squid Baby, far and wide. Yeah, everyone these days seems to be saying the Emoji Movie is not that bad, or was it really that bad? And, like, people are going so gently on it, and I can't understand why, because it is a garbage movie. SpongeBob 2000. I don't think the SpongeBob movie is worse than that, no. Is the Emoji Movie the worst Sony movie? I wouldn't know that. I haven't seen them all. My favorite Toy Story movie is 3. Still not as bad as Ralph Breaks the Internet. They're kind of the same thing. Is the Emoji Movie that bad? Yes, my nephews hated it. Yeah. Wreck-It Ralph 2 is a more incompetent film. The Emoji Movie knows what it is and really is good at doing what it wants to do. The problem is, what it wants to do is horseshit. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? If The Boss Baby 2 is a Christmas movie, anything can be a Christmas movie. By the way, The Boss Baby 2 is a Christmas movie. Do you prefer Age of Empires 2, Age of Empires 2 HD, or Age of Empires 2 Definitive? The version from 2013, I think, is the best one. Yeah, Boss Baby 2 also changed. Didn't the Boss Baby 2 release in July? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know when these movies came out. I've seen the first Ice Age movie, that's it. How has your opinion on BoJack Horseman changed? That is a very complicated question. I like iced tea. Have you seen the open season films or series? I believe that I saw the first one when I was a kid. Thank you for the donation. Do you still like BoJack Horseman or not anymore? I'm not too into BoJack Horseman these days, but I want to make it clear it's a me thing. It's not the show thing. If I'm feeling really confident, I might do like a complex video essay about it at some point. Think you could give a full review to Glitch Text? Probably. What don't you like about Chowder Season 3? The typical... It's the typical, the show isn't as good as it used to be kind of stuff. Do you think the live-action Snow White will bomb? Probably. Thoughts on King of the Hill getting a reboot? It'd be very interesting to see how they do King of the Hill in 2025. You don't... That's how trademarks work, Izzy. That's not how copyright works. You can literally just sit on a copyright and not do anything with it, and nothing will change. I prefer Coke to Pepsi. Did you see the live-action How to Train Your Dragon movie? Did that come out yet? Copyright doesn't require registration. Nope. If you make something, magically you own it forever. Unless you've got some sort of licensed or something, like with commissioned work or stuff like that. Generally, I think the commissioner owns the copyright. I remember you said you liked drawing together ideas as a concept. How would you remake it then? It's simple. Do what The Art of Murder did. Copyright law is heavily flawed. My favorite Elder Scrolls games are, in this order, Morrowind and Oblivion. How would you handle the Cars franchise if you had control over it in the first place? Rule 1, no movies ever, just make a fucking toy line. There we go. It's fixed. What do you think the biggest threat to the animation industry is as of now? Number 1, Disney. Number 2, streaming platforms. Disney will keep doing their corporate BS things, and streaming platforms are just going to keep removing old shows endlessly. Wouldn't they still need the movies to promote the toy line? No. That's not how toys work. Is the Boss Baby 2 review still in editing, or is it already done? The script is written. I'm waiting on the voice acting. Thank you for the donation, though. AI might be a threat, but, like, it's in a state right now where it doesn't have the quality to, like, get mainstream people to, like, watch and enjoy a full theme. It's not in the realm where it can actually be that much of a huge threat at the moment. Like, right now they're using it on background stuff that's hard to notice, not front and center. And companies are pushing it so hard, like harder than it's capable of doing, which is just bombing its reputation and making them getting diminishing returns, let's say. Is Nickelodeon or Paramount a threat too? No, I don't think so. Do you think Cartoon Network will die in 5 years? Probably not. I think most people would rather have background speech drawn instead of generated. I have not seen Cats Don't Dance. Who do you think is currently pushing animation the furthest? Independent indie animators at the moment. Why wouldn't they need the movies to advertise the Cars toys? You don't, like... Because they don't have characters. Like, they don't do interesting things. Yes, I have seen all Amazing World of Gumball episodes, and all Eddsworld episodes. Who came up with the Gary Mod house setting? I did. I've used Gary's Mod before on my show. And it's much easier to set up a background in Gary's Mod than it is to learn how to use Blender. Yeah, The Rival is the worst Gumball episode. Oh, The Amazing Digital Circus. I've seen every episode of that except the last one. Thank you for the donation, Veritas. The hub is interesting. Hi, user. The show for Sanrio that you're most excited to get to? Infinity Train. I don't know why I haven't seen that one yet, but that one I still haven't seen yet. The hub is cool. I've also heard that The Little Mermaid 2 isn't good, which is weird because it actually has a very good concept, which is more than I could say for Atlantis 2 or Hunchback 2 or Mulan 2. Like, just knowing what I know about Little Mermaid 2, it seems to be a very hard job to fuck that up. Thoughts on Chowder's finale? I remember not liking that one too much. I have never seen Digimon. Thank you for the donation. I have to watch one of the Clone Wars cartoons, yes. I'm drinking water. Yeah, Fall of Korra was like season 3 and 4. It'd definitely be a worthy follow-up. My focus is actually on doing a review of Mulan 2020. That seems to be the bigger thing to do. Yeah, Max keeps removing CN shows. This is why I've gotten all of the Cartoon Network shows on my hard drive now. Plans for 2025. A lot. I'll probably also be giving a real review to Monsters vs. Aliens, because people wonder why I don't like that one either. Do you think that piracy is the way of the future? Yes. I can't see any other way of media preservation at the moment. I have seen Great Mouse Detective and Secret of NIMH, and I love both of them. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, Mulan 2020's behind the scenes is interesting. A lot of the work that I want to do this year is going to be a little bit more complicated than usual, it seems. Favorite Code Lyoko character? It has been far too long since I have seen Code Lyoko. I must get back to that at some point. What do you think of Korra Season 2? I didn't like it. I liked it more than Season 1. Because it had Varrick in it. Herp. Alright, I think it's time to call it quits for this time. We'll be doing this again in the near future. Maybe a little bit less disorganized. We'll be doing cool things next time. But I think things are just slowed down right now. I hope you guys have all had a good holiday, and you're gonna have a happy new year. I thought it would be just a fun idea to chill for a bit. So I will see you guys soon enough. Thank you for the donation, Cloud Lion. I have not seen that.